What if I told you that your body's energy centers extend beyond what you've always believed? Imagine tapping into a cosmic gateway above your head that unlocks universal wisdom, or connecting with an earthly powerhouse below your feet that grounds you in ways you've never experienced. These little-known chakras could be the key to enhancing your intuition, manifesting your deepest desires, and even communicating with the earth itself. But here's the real question. Are you ready to explore the untapped potential lying just beyond the boundaries of your physical form? You're listening to or watching the Sedona Soul Sisters show, where we share psychic guidance and healing for embodied spiritual awakening. I'm Christel, and I'm on a mission to support spiritual practitioners to access your intuition, unlock your psychic gifts, and live your purpose. A big thanks to our listeners all over the world, and a special shout out and a boost of love to our listeners in Hilo, Hawaii. You can schedule sessions in West Sedona or virtual psychic readings, angel readings, starseed readings, Akashic recodes, hypnosis, soul contract work, life coaching, and more at SedonaSoulSisters.com. Each breath you take aligned with love repairs the healing web on planet Earth. I'm very excited. This is the eighth week of the Ecstatic Empath series. If you would like to receive all of the resources from the entire free Ecstatic Empath series, visit ecstaticempath.com and enter your name and email. Take a deeper breath and center yourself in your mind, heart, and body. As you listen to this episode, open yourself to new possibilities of spiritual and soul connection. May we explore the concept of expanded energy centers with curiosity, embodied intuition, and divine play. We're venturing beyond the traditional 7-chakra system to explore 2 powerful energy centers, the 8th chakra above the head and the Earth Star chakra below the feet. These often overlooked chakras serve as gateways to higher consciousness and deeper earthly connection. By understanding and working with these energy centers, you can enhance your spiritual awareness, psychic abilities, and overall well-being. Whether you're a seasoned energy worker or new to practicing with the chakras, this exploration can offer fresh insights into your spiritual practice and personal growth. The 8th chakra and Earth Star chakra play crucial roles in psychic development and intuition by expanding our energetic field beyond the physical form. The 8th chakra, also known as the soul star, acts as a conduit for higher dimensional information, enhancing clairvoyance, telepathy, and access to universal wisdom. It allows for clearer communication with spirit guides and a broader perspective on spiritual matters. The Earth Star chakra, on the other end, grounds these higher vibrations and psychic impressions into our physical reality. It strengthens our connection to Earth energy, which is essential for maintaining balance and protection during psychic work. This chakra also facilitates access to genetic and past life memories, deepening our intuitive understanding of our place in the world. Together, these chakras create a powerful energetic circuit that can amplify psychic abilities, refine intuition, and provide a stable foundation for spiritual growth. By consciously working with these energy centers, we can develop a more holistic approach to psychic development, balancing cosmic insights with earthly wisdom. And there's a reason that we have worked through the chakras in the order that we have. We started at the root, moved to the sacral, the solar plexus, to the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown, and now the 8th chakra and the Earth Star chakra above and below, after we have moved through all of the centers in our physical bodies and through all of the elements. And the reason why I put so much emphasis on moving from embodiment to extended energy field is most of us are deeply disconnected from our physical, mental, emotional bodies. And so building that clarity, strength, understanding, compassion in our physical system gives us the support to be able to then expand from there. So many of the spiritual teachings these days are what I would call transcendent teachings. They are meant to take you beyond the so-called limitations of the physical body. And while I do agree that the physical body has limitations, the work that I am teaching and practicing is about awakening in, through, and as the human body, rather than needing to only being able to reach enlightenment or reach heaven once I have left the body. Which is why it's so important we have established the system before we start working with the chakras outside of the physical body. And the reason I want to work with these two together is so that there is always anchoring higher realities, higher levels of consciousness with deeper connection into embodiment. I personally don't love when people talk about my higher self. And this is something I continue to inquire about in my own practice because I think it perpetuates this problem of have to move beyond my humanness to achieve enlightenment. And while there is so much truth, as we talked about in the last episode, of being able to expand our consciousness into the infinity above, which is also the infinity below, which is also the infinity in all directions. Yet most teachings talk about higher is better. And I don't agree. And that can also create spiritual bypass, where the problems of the physical body, the realities of being human are looked down upon, where I am most interested in creating our divinity in and through our humanity. So as we look at the 8th chakra above the head, the earth star chakra below the feet, and these may be chakras that you have never heard of and never practiced with, or you may have a deep, intimate relationship with these energy centers. So in working with the chakra above the head, we want to make sure that we are using access to cosmic information as a way of making our physical human lives better. We're not using it as a way of escaping reality. And there is a lot of cosmic information which can be challenging to integrate into our real lives, which I spoke about this, especially in the third eye chakra, where I find people are going after having the third eye open without physical grounded practices, without having the nervous system capacity to handle that kind of intense information and access. Another issue I see in some spiritual practitioners is this better than, I am more spiritual than you, I am more awakened than you, I have achieved enlightenment, which can come from those practices being not integrated into the core elements. The best way to go as high as possible is to be willing to go to the same level of depth. And learning to navigate the difference between unhealthy imagination and intuition is also really important in the 8th chakra. And so as you imagine, the challenges of the Earth Star chakra is over attachment to the material world, consumption, fear of change, fear of the spiritual realm, disconnected from higher chakras, lack of spiritual perspective, feeling stuck or limited, absorbing negative earth energies, feeling responsible for global issues, feeling out of place in the physical world. In working with these two chakras together, it helps us to bring greater balance to the spiritual and the physical realm. So we're working on both at the same time to create an integrated experience of awakening our psychic gifts and our embodied intuition. And it allows us to bring this higher level information, access to this higher consciousness or higher self, and bringing it into the mundane reality of being human, into our everyday life. When I'm working with these two chakras, especially when I'm traveling, I feel so aligned. I feel guided. I feel access to magic and guidance that moves me to tears sometime. And it helps to recognize the full spectrum experience of having your soul purpose in your life. That living your purpose isn't this fairy tale of everything is perfect now that I'm living my purpose. It's being able to navigate the real life challenges that come along with living a spiritual embodiment of your soul's purpose. The eighth chakra above the head is about 6 to 12 inches above the crown of the head, often visualized as a shimmering opalescent sphere. There are several names for this chakra: the soul star chakra, stellar gateway, transpersonal chakra. It is most often associated with white, gold, iridescent, violet, or silver. The element, cosmic energy or pure light. The spiritual significance, as I mentioned, is about connecting to higher consciousness, and it bridges individual and universal consciousness. It is said to be the access point to the Akashic records, and it gives us access to universal wisdom. And if you're unfamiliar with the Akashic records are a library of information that holds everything that has ever happened and all possibilities of the future. The word Akasha is a Sanskrit word that means inner sky, space, or ether. It gives us access to unlimited information. And it helps us understand our life purpose, and it is a power place to work on our soul contracts. When I discovered this access point of being able to work soul to soul with my mother, I've been estranged from my mother since I was 14 and haven't seen her in many decades. And I was guided to connect with her on a soul level. And that changed everything for me, because up until that point, I had done a lot of healing work, a lot of inner child work. I'd done a lot of meditations and healings and different things to create healing for myself in regards to that lack of relationship. Yet when my intuition guided me to work with her on a soul level, I was working with her above my head. This was, again, with my unseen teachers. This wasn't taught to me by a physical teacher. It was based on the work I do in the Akashic records. And when I started doing that, I was no longer in the struggle of my human emotions or my mental body trying to understand the challenges that had happened or the lack of our relationship. I was able to begin working with her on a soul-to-soul level. And even talking about it now, it's like I can tune into that before and after experience, when I was still in my humanness, struggling with trying to make peace with this situation, and when I was able to access that soul-to-soul connection with her, which there is so much peace and understanding and seeing the soul contracts that we agreed to long before this life. When you are working with a very grounded system, like especially activating the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, and then working with the eighth chakra, yet even greater power when you have activated all 7 of the core chakras. I spoke about it in last week's journey about the golden capsule of the 7 core chakras inside the body. When that golden capsule is activated and all 7 chakras are activated, then when you start tuning into the wisdom of the 8th chakra and the Earth Star chakra, transforms life from being a problem or a series of challenges to overcome to being able to navigate through life with incredible clarity, compassion, and in some way enjoyment of the chaos of humanity. I often talk about the divine play of this human experience, which divine play of tragedy and loss and death and illness and war and all of these things, how can that be part of the divine play? Yet when you look at what is chosen to come from our divine infinite selves into embodiment, we came into embodiment to experience life on earth, which you have your own experience of what that is like, which covers a lot of experience, a lot of different emotions, a lot of different thoughts, a lot of challenges. And so seeing that and being able to activate the golden capsule with the 7 core chakras activated, then tapping into the power above and below, try it. Hopefully this episode will inspire you to really establish the core 7, and then begin to open access or deepen your relationship with the powers above and below to see how it supports you in creating the life of your dreams and navigating the real world challenges of being human even more powerfully with greater divine guidance and soul alignment. In last week's episode, we talked about mediumship and clairvoyant precognition. The 8th chakra is a powerful access point for being able to channel ascended masters or ancestors, having access to information that seems impossible through the Akashic records. So much becomes available. And from having that powerful foundation established, now you're able to receive information in a powerful way that integrates into your system and can be shared in a powerful way that can benefit humanity. One of the challenges of tapping into universal consciousness or cosmic awareness is the paradox of it. I think that is one of the greatest challenges that humans face in this adventure of embodied spiritual awakening, is having access to these teachings or understanding or experience and then being like, but how does that work in real life human experience? And part of it is being able to hold the paradox, being able to hold the yes and instead of a black or white, right or wrong, this or that kind of mentality. It's able to be with the paradox, the duality of experience, and being able to hold the yes and this is true, and yes, this is true as well. This is my understanding, and yes, this is also possible. This is what happened in the past, and yes, and I can change my feeling of the past in any moment. And being able to work with universal laws and principles and holding the paradox, holding the insanity of humanity with humor and curiosity. The 8th chakra as a portal for astral projection and interdimensional travel. Also an access point for advanced manifestation abilities. The Earth Star chakra below the feet. Other names: the Earth chakra, subpersonal chakra, planetary chakra. The colors most often associated with the Earth Star chakra are brown, black, deep red, dark green, or earth tones. the earth element, and the crystalline core energy. Gemstones and diamonds are often connected with the Earth Star chakra. Visualizing caves filled with gemstones under the surface of the earth is a powerful way to work with this chakra. It supports in grounding, connecting to earth energies that are much less impacted by humanity. Obviously, the earth is profoundly impacted by humanity, but the deeper you go into the layers of the earth, the more resonant and the less impacted it is by humanity. It moves you into the embodied experience of grounded earth energy, which can amplify your ability to establish that kind of grounding and support you need for embodied spiritual awakening, for activating your psychic gifts. Working with the Earth Star chakra is also a powerful way to work on the healing grids of the planet, to work with the earth energies, to minimize or reverse the damages that humanity has done. So activating the healing web under the surface of the earth. And simply by bringing the intentions, the goodwill of our heart to bring healing to the earth, to connect to the earth, to understand, to offer respect, to receive, is such a powerful way to amplify that healing energy and to bring that integration of cosmic awareness into our lived experience. Working the soul star and the earth star together is an incredible manifestation tool. Working with the Earth Star chakra enhances stability, security, psychic protection, shielding, being able to clear your mental, emotional, physical body quickly and powerfully, and to remain centered in chaotic environments. Working with the Earth's healing and grounding abilities, communicating with the planet's energy and healing grid, and your capacity to channel healing energies into the earth and to receive information from the earth. Working with the Earth Star chakra also supports your deeper connection to nature and elemental forces, enhanced plant, animal, mineral communication, ability to sense and work with ley lines and vortexes. Also, working with this Earth Star chakra can enhance past life recall and genetic memory access. Geopathic stress is not something I hear talked about that often or taught about. You may have heard of grounding, right? The power of putting your bare feet on the earth or laying in the sand or laying in the grass, putting your body in direct contact with the earth, which is a grounding practice. Geopathic stress is when the earth itself is undergoing stress. A volcano or the fault lines in different parts of the earth where there is literal stress on the earth, that can create stress that would impact us as well. And because of the way that humanity is living on the earth, I think there is a lot more geopathic stress now than there is just by the nature of the earth itself. And so by working with the Earth Star chakra, we're able to tune into the geopathic stress and to create harmonization. There's two healers that I've worked with for many years, probably about 20 years now, that talk a lot about geopathic stress and support me in resetting when I am impacted by geopathic stress, because I am so sensitive. And I believe we all could use support and guidance and people we can call to help rebalance our system. And I've mentioned several times during this episode about working with the two in tandem, the Earth Star below and the Soul Star above, being able to work with the golden capsule of the seven and then the Earth Star below, the Soul Star above, creates an incredible vehicle for awakening your consciousness and navigating your life and living your purpose. which is incredible. Crystals that are most often related to these chakras, the soul star clear quartz, selenite, and moldavite, and the earth star black tourmaline, hematite, and smoky quartz. Integrating these chakras into everyday life, I encourage you to always start with the embodied chakras. Work with setting the foundation first and making sure you are powerfully connected to the energy centers inside your body before you start working with the chakras outside your body. Working with these chakras above and below is an incredible way to contribute to the greater good of humanity. By tapping into the power of the Earth Star chakra, we can offer healing into the healing web or the grids on planet Earth to support others more easily, to support the plants, animals, minerals on planet Earth, and working above with access to higher levels of consciousness, source, infinite information. How can we shift towards a greater awakening? So utilizing this information from the place of the solid foundation of healing in our own system, and then contributing to the greater good and the embodied spiritual awakening of all beings. And now moving into the self-inquiry questions. In what ways does your connection to the 8th chakra influence your daily decisions and interactions with others? How does your relationship with the Earth Star chakra manifest in your physical well-being and your sense of belonging in the world? When you experience moments of heightened intuition or psychic awareness, what sensations or changes do you notice in your body-mind? Describe a time when you felt deeply connected to your spiritual path, higher guidance, and your contribution to life on Earth. What supported this feeling? And how can you experience more of this in your life? Reflect on your relationship with the material world. In what ways might you be using spiritual practices to avoid dealing with earthly challenges or responsibilities? Explore the roots of this tendency and how it impacts your growth. I hope this series has benefited you as much as it has for me. Honestly, I am in awe of the changes that have happened in my system in doing it. It is a lot of work to publish 2 podcast episodes every week. So much has shifted and changed. I haven't really had time to totally mentally integrate it. But once the series is complete, I'm not quite sure what's coming next, but I feel like a deep dive into sharing with you how this has changed me and answering questions from all of you, I think would be a great way to wrap up the series. Thank you for being a part of our community. I'm honored to support your embodied spiritual awakening. Are you ready for a personalized Rites of Passage in Sedona with me? The Rites of Passage is an extraordinary 2-day private retreat in Sedona designed to support your embodied spiritual awakening. The pressure of the current global challenges are calling spiritual practitioners to embrace purpose, power, and pleasure on a profound level. If you're passionate about awakening the divine within and ready to embody your legacy, step into leadership, and live your purpose, this in-person immersion is for you. Schedule your life-changing private immersion in Sedona at sedonasoulsisters.com/purpose. Leave a review and follow on your favorite podcast app. Until next time, breathe gently, listen to your guidance, and create miracles.